when I finally found the place, it didn't look like much, just an old building. Sitting alone, far outside the city. No lights, no people, no sound. But the moment I stepped out of my car, I felt Italiano. Something wasn't right. It wasn't fear, not yet. It was something deeper, like the house already knew I was there. I stood at the entrance, staring at the door. For a second, I almost turned back, but I didn't. I reached out. Ando pened italiano. Inside. Everything felt wrong. Too normal. Like a cheap setup, trying too hard to look harmless. There was a sign on the wall. Leave $20 and proceed. 8 more room. Reach the end and win $500. I dropped the money into the tray and stepped forward. Room 1 was a joke. Fake ghosts, plastic decorations, cheap horror props hanging from the ceiling. It felt like a kid's haunted house. I almost laughed. Maybe my friend was just messing with me. But when I stepped into room 2, something changed. The fog was thicker. The sounds felt further away. A bat spun slowly above me. Toy rats moved across the floor. But the air felt heavier, like that deeper I went, the harder it was to breathe. I didn't like it, but I kept going. Room 3 looked simple. A lamp, nothing else. But then I noticed the shadows. There were too many. The chill had won. The lamp had won, but there were others. Shadows that didn't belong to anything. I stared at the wall, trying to understand. Then, slowly, primera, lo, dun, and my heart dropped. My shadow was gone. I turned and grabbed the door behind me. It wouldn't open. I pulled harder. Still nothing. That's when it hit me. I wasn't leaving the way I came in. The only way out was forward. Room 4 was different. There was nothing there. No light. No sound. No space. It wasn't just dark. It felt empty, like I wasn't even there anymore. Then I felt Italiano. Something moved behind me. A low hum started, deep, vibrating through my chest. It grew, louder, and closer, like something was circling me, watching me, waiting. Suddenly, a flash of light. For a split second, the room was empty. Then, darkness. Again, the hum turned into a screech. Primera, ra, ene. I didn't think. A ghost ran. My hands hit a door, and I forced it open. I fell into the next room, and everything changed again. It looked like a forest, trees stretching above me, branches twisting in unnatural ways, but something felt wrong. Then I felt Italiano, something crawling on my skin. I tried to brush it off, but there was nothing there. And still it kept mobbing more and more all over me. Primera, panicked, dropped to the ground, trying to get them off, but it didn't stop. I started crawling, not even knowing where I was going. Then I heard it again. louder than before. I forced myself up and looked ahead. A door, hidden behind vines. I stumbled toward it, grabbed the handle, and opened in Italiano. Room says, and that's when I realized this house wasn't a game. It was something else, something alive.